Good afternoon. This is Nicholas from Gandora Gaming, and I have my friend here. What were you playing? What's your name?
So I was playing Junk Doppel for today, and my name's Isaac.
Oh, nice to meet you. All right, let's see how'd you do. What'd you get placing wise, and what'd you duel?
Placing wise, I got second. I went 3-1. Matchups today were Unchained, Kashira, Rika, and then Traptrix.
Absolutely. All right, let's get straight into this.
So for the monsters, pretty much play about like two of like every important tuner. So 2 Stardust, 2 Junk, 2 Assault, 2 Jet, and then 1 Wheel, and then 1
Absolutely.
Revolution.
Who'd you get to sign that right there?
Oh, what's up?
You got someone to sign that?
Yeah, so I got the voice actor actually to sign the Junk Synchron. So
Congrats, man.
yeah, so pretty much I really like this lineup, honestly. I personally don't really have like a problem with it at all. You're playing like 2 of every single like important tuner that I can either like summon themselves or they're like a major starter like Junk Synchron. These 2 guys are mainly just for speeder targets and just for like extension like later on in the game or anything like that. So I personally wouldn't really like change at least like the actual ratio.
So you wouldn't bump anything up or bump them down?
I'm sorry?
You wouldn't bump anything up or down?
No, I wouldn't really do that. So
all right then.
I really like everything for how it is.
Absolutely.
So, and then for the non-tuner monsters, play 3 Math, 3 Converter, 1 Doppel, 1 Carrier, 1 Dotscaper, Worm, and then Trail.
All right, you gotta tell me about the Mathematician. I've never seen that in a Synchron deck.
So Mathematician, when I was trying to theory craft this deck, I was trying to look for at least like a good like non-tuner monster that could actually like pair well with this deck. A lot of them were kind of just had a lot of I guess like restrictions on like if you controlled something, you couldn't summon it or anything like that. They had to be, they weren't as flexible. That's more of like the phrase for it.
Understood.
I saw this, I think, in like an OCG deck list, and he was playing like other like targets for it, but one of the main targets for it was Doppel Warrior. So I was like, okay, cool. So pretty much like the tuner you always combo him with is Assault, and also,
He makes you Jet, right?
Yeah.
Straight to 5.
Yeah, so you can either send Doppel Warrior or Jet or even what is it? Or
Dotscaper
as well, or just pretty much like any of like the other ones that just have like graveyard effects in general, even Stardust. So I really like him. He's very versatile. He's just like another starter that just makes getting your combo a lot easier.
Makes sense. He's foolish burial on legs.
Yeah, and 3 Converter. This guy is cracked.
He's a custom.
Yeah. He's honestly the best card in this deck. I wish I could play like 10 of these just because this card is ridiculous. So, but unfortunately he's only like relegated down to 3, but he's like the best starter to start with.
Absolutely.
Then 1 Doppel Warrior just for pretty much just the combos. 1 Carrier just because this guy can actually still be used as like a way to like start your combo just because he combos with like any of like the 3s, Junk Synchron or Stardust or even this. You play, what is it, on your mark, which will play pretty much like 3 more copies of this guy. He's really good. And then Dotscaper, the only reason why I play him actually is purely just for Mathematician, just because that was actually another idea that I actually got from the list, is that whenever you start with like Math and Overtake, you summon Math, send this, activate Overtake, reveal Jet Warrior, special Jet Synchron, and you have Speeder right there.
Absolutely.
So,
all right then.
And then lastly, we play the 2 Stardust Elimination targets, which is Worm and then Trail. This guy is still like, he's kind of a brick, but not as hard, just because you can still summon him either from grave or hand.
Yeah, he's the new one, right?
Yeah, you can still summon him from grave or hand if you control a level 8 Dragon Synchro monster or higher. So he's still like pretty good, along with this guy. This guy is still like the correct target to always send off of elimination. So I really like them both today. They both came in like pretty good. And then for the spells, play 3 Overtake.
Overtake's insane.
Yeah, this card is one of like the best extenders in the deck, easily. I really like this card.
So is this card right here.
Yeah, this card, I specifically play it over tuning, specifically just because you can search for Carrier. So it's a lot better of a searcher, and also just like tuning, you lose a lot harder to draw now just because it's you're playing like 10 searchers in the deck. But the thing is like you don't need that many, and like one of like the big problems for this deck usually is just having like a hand like crap full of like tuners, and you have nothing to like work with.
Absolutely.
So tuning kind of just adds to the problem a lot more. Then 1 Rhoda, Foolish, Illumination, and then for pretty much like the non-engine is 1 cold buy, 3 crossout, and then for the hand traps to go with it is 2 ash, 2 imperm, 2 veiler, and 2 droll. Pretty much like the most important hand traps of the format outside of like Nibiru.
Yeah.
But Nibiru I personally didn't really like care too much about just because this deck can play past it. So I really like this lineup a lot. So.
Absolutely.
Now for the extra deck, got all your tokens, and then
You got the lovely Dispater, the Baron.
yeah, Dispatter, Baron, Excel Synchro, OG Stardust, Omega, Crystal Wing, Charge Warrior, Speeder, Junk Warrior, and what is it? Jet Warrior for the overtake targets.
Oh, okay, so he's an overtake target. That's why you play him.
This guy can still actually like come in like pretty useful just because he can actually be used to at least try to like pick apart a board. So this guy can like still come up, and also he can still like he has a secondary effect where he can special summon himself back. So it's another non-tuner to work with.
Absolutely.
Then Excel Synchron, Librarian. This card's ridiculous. Herald.
This guy's a custom card too.
Yeah, Marcher's also like really good. I use them in every single one of the combos. And Double Star. Double Star is also just like an insane ass card too.
Yeah.
So
You're not playing any of the level 12 synchros or anything like that?
So level 12 synchros, they're very good. It's just the thing of
How much commitment you put into them?
yeah. So what is it? There's like 3 extra deck slots that you have to put in, which is like Crimson, the level 12 target, and then what is it? The Archfiend guy.
Yeah.
So that's like already like 3 guys you have to like already like take out of here just for that. And the thing is like that isn't good until like every single situation. It's also like it's a combo that also just loses to like Book and Imperm, which is like the most popular cards in the format right now. So it's good. I just don't really personally like it. I'd rather just play like other cards like Crystal Wing, Omega. You play these 2 cards by standard, but I'd rather just like have these and then also like Herald. So you have a lot stronger of a board doing that, and you lose to less things.
Absolutely. Well, I have a lot more respect for you because you're not Calamity locking people over and over again.
Yeah, it's also just it's kind of like the same thing with this deck. You still like lock them out of the game essentially because you have so many.
Oh yeah, you made like
options.
5 omnis, but at least you didn't like skip their turn basically.
Yeah. So and then for the side deck, you play 1 of each Bestial. This is pretty much just for like Dragon Link essentially, just because like the matchup isn't like very good, and also like they play Bestials, so they have like a lot of targets to banish off of your guys, which is like combo pieces.
Yep, it's combo v combo on that one.
Yeah, and these guys can also just be used for like combo extenders as well. So they're pretty good. 3 the Turtle, 3 Evenly, 3 Dark Ruler, and 3 Dog.
Absolutely, that's pretty standard.
Yeah,
All right.
I really liked all this. So pretty much I think like the end board is like for this deck is usually like Crystal Wing, Omega, Baron, Dispatter, and then Herald. So you pretty much just like rip them for like 2 cards, and you pretty much just have this board like
Yeah,
every
triple
single
negate.
time.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah. So yeah, usually when you resolve Speeder, it's usually like an FTK. So it's
There's basically resolve speeder combo off.
yeah. So a lot of the time, honestly, just with this deck is just like going second. Going second is like probably like the biggest struggle for this deck. So
That's the definition for every deck in this format.
yeah. Although a lot of other decks can actually just like play past at least like boards, or at least they can crack boards a little bit. This one's just a lot harder to work with when it comes to that. But I really like this deck a lot. It's really fun. That's pretty much it.
Absolutely. You have any shout outs you want to give or
Shout outs. Person just left, but Jason, he's someone that like I theory craft a lot with. He gives me pretty much like a lot of good advice on just like how to play matchups, what certain cards are like really popular in the format. He's like very theory partner just to like theory with. And shout outs to pretty much like every duelist in Tampa here. You guys are the best.
Absolutely. All right. Well, take care.
I gotcha. Thank you.
Absolutely.